All right, welcome back to another daily video update on USDJPY. So let's go through a few things here. So this was the trade that we took last week. We took the sells up here after this bearish candle. Now we hit TP1 and 2. We are still aiming for TP3 to finish this trade off completely. I have moved the stop loss obviously on this one, but I'm happy to let it run out because we're definitely in some good profit. I took about, I think 70% on my position here, and then about 15% over here. I've got some runners down. So see how we go on that. Now looking at the daily, let's just clear this up so we've got a clear chart. Off of the daily, we should sweep this low today. That's the target for the more of a scalp, so you just got to wait for this to show some signs. We are still in the high spread zone. We'll look to get some perfect entries here, but we got to see what the market's going to show us and what each candle is going to close, depending on the hourly, the 4 hourly, and that. Now, I did get asked, where can we long from? So if we take a look at this, you've got a support right here. So that's a support that I would look at. So if you are planning to take some longs, it's a good area to enter your longs. You could also enter from a break of structure. So if I use my Jan box, I'll show you the setup I have on my Jan box. So here's a clean break, and then we have that come back into the retest. So if we measure this area, we'll see where the take profits will happen. So this zone is now your 50% zone. So 50% of this retracement would be the perfect area to enter, and that actually falls pretty much right above this gap fill that we had at the start of the week. Now for these guys that took some profit, they took the profit at the 75, which is good. Let's just see this 1 second, because this actually looks like a jump back. I might have to use this area instead of that area because it did create a break. Let's just use this area. That actually looks a lot better. It actually came straight into that 100% zone. So all these break of structure traders here took profit at the 75 and then finished it at the 100, which is where we got this retracement now. Now we could see the retracement. This actually looks a lot better than this part here. I think that might not be the right move. This would be the actual move that we're looking for. And that pretty much comes to the 50% comes to that support zone. So I definitely think it's quite a good area to start longing from here. Stop loss has to be below here to avoid any liquidity sweeps. And then you'll target TP1 here, and you can have a runner to get to this zone. I've marked this zone out because it's a daily. This is a strong bullish candle which never got swept. Now, that doesn't mean that there is just a little theory that I have on these candles. So they would have got stopped out here. So whoever was longing to take out this high would have got stopped out there. But I still feel like the market aims for these areas. So I believe that we might sweep this area or at least come into here. And that kind of falls perfectly with our continuation of this this current trend. That's what I would do for the longs, but for now still short. Happy to take it down to TP3, and that was because of this candle here. So that's your 50% zone here, and then your 100% TP from this candle is right here. So that's pretty much just tapping into this massive gap that got left. Let's see if I can know anything else. See the 4 hourly, what the 4 hourly is currently showing us. So this candle got swept. Now if I was going to look at this, I'm expecting these bulls in this 4 hour candle to at least sweep this. So if you are short, there's a scaling method that you could use, but you have to wait for every candle close. So if I was to go bearish now, I would have a short position right here. So a sell order to get activated there. And then if the next candle closes, say something like that with a wick, preferably like that, that'll be a good, that would tell me that the what do you call it, the buyers are actually losing some steam. So I would start entering a bit more shorts there. But if this is a small wick, then I would have another sell order right above that wick. And then you can keep doing that until it comes into some sort of resistance that will then take it down. But if you're going to play that, you have to look at where's your supports. So you've got your support right here. Oh, sorry, resistance, not support. You got resistance there. You would have to watch to make sure that your stop loss is right there. So that's where your stop loss would be, and you'll be looking to take out TP1, and then whatever your next TP is. We are at the 100 EMA, so I am expecting it to go up to have some sort of retracement. So how far it will retrace, we're just going to have to, like I said, monitor the market every single time. So every candle that closes, you have to see what information it gave you. But for now, as we saw, that information that we got from this 4 hour candle, it swept these sellers. So the sellers, their sell orders, so they would have a sell order just below. So now because their sell orders are activated, we've got that liquidity to then move into a zone to then either break and sweep the opposite liquidity or just continue down. Let's see what else we can see. Maybe something on a smaller time frame. Still when I say bullish, I'm not saying currently the candles are showing more signs of strength than weakness because they're always creating higher bodies and small top wicks. I just want to try to show an example of that, I guess. So if you look at this candle here, we have a long wick here. So the buyers, that just tells me that there's buyers stepping in. Now, if you were going to play into this, you would start buying into this whole candle here. And then you can pretty much just aim for a target. You could aim for a minor resistance, or you can aim for the previous candle high or wick. I like the wicks more because once it hits a wick, it has a retracement and then it might just continue, but I want to take my profit there, and if I really see that it came back to another zone, I'm happy to buy it again to take it further. So we've got this little trend happening. Take that Jan box again. We can see where it broke structure, which is that. It still looks like it wants to go at least to the 75. And because we saw that daily, they want to sweep that. So that's what I'm seeing happen. There is a, I guess you could say it, imbalance, fair value gap, whatever you want to call it. So it could come down to here, then come up. But just watch. I like to aim for these zones. These are my safe zones because the daily is showing more strength of a continuation to at least break that. So that's what I would scalp to take out. I want to scalp take that out. And I'd love to see this go further up here first so I can get a good scalp to take out this low. Apart from that, I think that should pretty much show everything. I did say I was going to show you the Jan setup that I have. So that's what I have it set up as. I guess you could just pause it and maybe copy it, change it, because I know it comes a bit differently That's just the way I've set mine up. And when I measure it, I measure from the 0 to be at the top and the 5 to be at the bottom. So then it shows me the 50%. Then you've got your, I guess, 25% profit off of this sell bid, and then your 100% profit of the continuation. Yeah. Happy trading. For now, it's just a short day. So when I say short day, I'm expecting this to get swept. Yeah, happy trading, everyone.